country you want to put out. You cannot put out the best of yourself, and that fear limits you. That fear makes you to compromise. That fear makes you to do things out of emotions, out of...
Out there, great Nigerian sweet citizen of this country, it is a special time for a special program. You and the Law on our Forces Radio. My name is Hope Joseph. The program, You and the Law, is a program designed to educate you on your rights as a citizen of this country, and of course, on how to, go about it when your right is being infringed upon. But there's something quite interesting when it has to do with law. Law is not just about your fundamental rights, how to not to take laws into your own hands. There are other things that law helps to protect, guide, as a citizen, especially, and one of these things is business. Okay, and of course, on today's edition of the program, we shall be looking at how to legally protect your business. Okay, I'll pay you for it. So all these things are what we'll be looking at on today's edition of the program. And of course, I have with me in the studio a barrister and a solicitor of Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he is a small business lawyer as well. And she's been into that for a long time, and of course doing amazing things in terms of informing people, educating people on how to go about it if they want to go have business, how to approach it legally, not to make some errors that may likely haunt them in the future. All right, so with me in the studio today, I have with me a legal luminary, a legal practitioner as well, Ruth. Ekrigwe, welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
It's nice to have you in the program.
Thank you.
I love what you're doing out there on social media, educating people on how to go about business, not to make mistakes, and so on. So I quite all right. So let's look at what we have to do, talking about how to legally protect your business as a business owner and for people to pay you.
I would like to start with the mistakes that small business owners make. So being a lawyer on this space has given me a lot of experience. I've seen small business owners make a lot of legal mistakes that end up, spoiling everything for them. And I'm just going to highlight a few of these mistakes that small business owners make. One of them is that you compromise on your deals. Okay, you compromise. So if, for instance, your price is a particular amount, somebody else comes and the person sweet-tongues you, then you change the price and you call something else out of intimidation and all. That person will see you as a timid person, and at the end of the day, the person will keep cutting down your price. That's one mistake. Another mistake that small business owners make is that they do handshake deals. Somebody says, I want you to create a house cake for me. I'm not sure you can do it, so I want you to do it so that you can be sure. I can be sure you can do it, then I will give you the contract.
Already using that word, I'm not sure you can do it.
Yes, and then instead of you to say, okay, I'm going to do it, let's go into a form of agreement, let there be a commitment on your part. You're so excited about the deal because they told you you're going to make 800K. At the end of the day, you go and make the cake, you send them a picture, a video of it, and they don't get back to you again. It happened to someone I know, and at the end of the day, she sent the video. They told her she's going to make a lot of money from it. She sent the video. What they did was that they now told somebody else to do the cake, and she lost everything.
Okay.
So these are the things that small business owners, these are the mistakes that small business owners make. They are too excited when they see a deal. They don't want to do the proper thing. They don't want to be accurate. They don't want to protect themselves.
But does that include examples? Someone says, can I have an example of what you do? Does that include what you're saying now?
It depends on the example.
Okay.
There are examples that that even if you give the person, you're not going to be losing.
Okay.
You get. But there are major contracts, there are major deals that can literally change your life. And someone comes to say, okay, do this, and then you don't get any commitment from them. You offer the service before they pay you. At the end of the day, maybe your price is 15,000. The person now come and say it's 7,000 or 8,000 I have, and you have already done the service. So there is nothing else you can do. You have to collect that one like that. So these are the mistakes that small business owners keep making.
All right, so.
Yeah. Another mistake again is that there's lack of documentation. So you don't document. There's no documentation. There's no standardization. So you don't have a standard. If somebody comes, the person is your sister, the person has a different price. Another person has a different price. So when people know that you are like that,
you're not stable.
You're not stable. Price, okay. Yes, it's going to affect your business eventually. You have to separate yourself from your business.
Okay.
Separate your money from your business.
Does that include emotions too?
Yes.
Bringing emotion into the okay.
You have to separate it. Business is business.
Okay.
You are you. In fact, that's one of the things that investors look at. They must check if you have a separate account for your business, or if you put everything together. It's a bad way that you are a bad record keeper. You will not be able to manage the finance well. So you have to have a separate account for your business, different from your personal account. It's not that suya is hungry you, shawarma is hungry you will use the money. At the end of the day, you're not able to meet up with the deal. You're making a lot of money, but at the end of the day, there's nothing to show for it because there's no record keeping, there's no separation of finance, and all of that. These are the mistakes that small business owners make.
Okay, so we just take that as an intro, to get the kind of establishment of exactly what we have today, which has to do have to legally protect your business as a business owner and make people pay you. So what are these things that people need to do to legally protect their business?
Okay, the first way is actually your mindset.
The mindset.
Yes, your mindset. So it said that 80% of business success is from the mind.
Okay.
It is 20% that is the actual work.
Okay.
So you must put out yourself as someone of value, and you must not be afraid. Fear has crippled a lot of business owners. So you know that this thing is worth this price, but because you are scared, somebody told you, it's too expensive. You are now intimidated, and then you are afraid. Because of that, you cannot put out the value you want to put out. You cannot put out the best of yourself, and that fear limits you. That fear makes you to compromise. That fear makes you to do things out of emotions, out of pressure at the end of the day. So you have to work on your mind and take out fear. Work on your mind, build your mind, read books that will help you to build your mind as a business owner, as an entrepreneur. You know that this is the game, and this is what you need to do to thrive in your business. That's one way. Another way is to build a correct business structure for your business. I've talked about this before. If you have a business and that business is not registered, then you really do not have a business. So you have to use a good structure, not just any structure. A business name might not do it for you.
Okay, it's not enough to have
it's
a
not
business name.
It's not enough to have a business name. If you're looking at protecting yourself.
So what are these structures you're talking about?
So we have business name, we have limited partnerships, we have limited liability partnerships, we have limited liability companies, we have company limited by guarantee, and all of that. But the best structure that I would advise you
for a small business
is to register as a limited liability company.
Okay.
It gives you the ability to secure yourself. It separates you from the business. From beginning, ab initio, it separates you from the business.
Okay.
Yes.
So what does that really mean?
What it means is that the company is seen as a person in law.
Okay.
You are seen as a person in law. So as your company goes to borrow money from a bank or something, when they are coming for
But eventually couldn't meet the
yes, they will sue the company, not you as the person. So you are protected unless there is fraud or something. That is when they will remove the corporate veil, because the company is covered. Do you understand? So it's the company that everybody is seeing. You understand? So if, for instance, there's anything, your personal property will not be affected. But if you're a business name and you borrow money, everything rises and falls on you. You will end up paying. Another advantage is that if you have a corporate account as a limited liability company, if you want to pay something, you include how much you're paying. And then when tax is to be deducted, tax will be deducted after all your original expenses. But if it's for a business account, a business name account, it's not the same. So that's another advantage. So it has tax advantage, it has liability advantage, it has protection advantage, there's limited liability, and so many other things.
So what are other structures?
I've talked about I've talked about limited liability company. I've talked about limited liability partnership. That one is like a partnership. It's like a combination of partnership and company. Yes, so you can also use that if, for instance, you have 1 or 2, 3, 4 friends that want to come together to
own
also
a business,
to
yeah.
own a business, you can also use that too.
Okay.
It will help you a lot. Yes. And the third one is actually by using legal contracts.
Okay.
This is a powerful tool that you can use to protect your business. Okay, it will help you to streamline a lot of things. It will help you to gain the trust of your customers. It will give you peace of mind. Yeah.
So what do you mean by legal contract?
Right. Legal
So
contract.
a layman. Yeah.
Okay, legal contract is actually a written legal document between you and the other party.
Okay.
That you're going into
The transaction.
with.
Okay. It's advisable to have an agreement written.
It is very important. It is very important. I've personally seen where millions of naira have gone because there was no written agreement. The person was like, I don't want to pay a lawyer to do it. At the end of the day, you lost
so much
money. So eventually it is more expensive not to get a lawyer to do that kind of agreement.
So where's the place of trust? Because sometimes people assume, okay, I trust this person.
Money can change anybody.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Money can change anybody.
Money can change. Is that a language of money? One of the languages. Money can change
if
anybody.
If you've been on this earth for a while, you notice there are some people that will come and meet you and say, please borrow me 50,000 naira. They will be begging you on their knees. By the time you ask them to pay you, they will tell you trash. Have you not seen that? They will tell you trash. They will start giving you excuses and all of that. Why? Money can change people. So people
money has the capacity to change
exactly.
somebody.
So for you to have peace of mind that okay, what I'm doing, I'm sure this is what this person is doing. This is what I'm doing. You use a contract. Another thing is also that if, for instance, I tell you this is what I want and you tell me this is what you want, tomorrow I can come and change my mouth and say that's not what I said. I said something else. So because it's not written down, it's hard to prove. It's my word against your word. Do you understand? It's not written down. But if it is written down, what is written is written. It cannot be altered. So we are now bound by that document, and everybody must fulfill their part of the obligation, even to the standard of the product or the service you are rendering. I can include that in the agreement and say this is what I want. If you bring anything lesser than that, you are liable. So you protect yourself, you protect your business by doing all of that when you use legal contract. It is so. It's one big way to do that as a business owner.
Okay, so now you've given us an awesome exposition on the structures. That's the third one you just mentioned.
Yes.
Are there other ones that someone needs to know for now? Oh.
There are many other ones.
Let's have the important one.
This one I just told you about. They're actually like the top 3 that I just explained to you.
Okay.
I would like to elaborate more on actually the advantage of a legal contract.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So one thing I also want to tell you is that apart from the fact that it will protect your interests, it will help you to build trust between you and your partner. So your partner also knows that this is what you should do, and this is what I should do.
In case two persons come together to do business.
Yes.
We've seen our friends coming together to do business. At the end, this one say, this my friend cheated on me. I'm shocked. I didn't believe. But now you just see that money can change someone.
That happened to
that
a client of mine.
Okay, so
what you're saying.
So now it's advisable to have this agreement written.
Exactly.
Okay.
Avoid the risk of losing your money to have this agreement.
Okay, so how to legally are there other ones or someone talk about the advantage
there are
of legal
still other when we talk about contracts, right? There are different kinds of contracts. You understand? You can also use policies. You can also use policies to protect yourself. For instance, we have vendor agreements, we have distributorship agreements, we have non-disclosure agreements, we have terms of use. I normally, as a small business lawyer, I have like a bundle where I tell my business owners, if you want to start, just start with this. Okay? Starting with this already gives you a stepping stone. Like, it keeps you on top of the game. For instance, when I wanted to get married, I went to get a wedding dress. Guess what? My wedding vendor gave me documents. And I was surprised. But by doing that already, she already laid the foundation for our discussion and everything that happened. There was a non-refundable fee I paid. at the end of the day. And even though she refunded it to me, but it just gave me a perception of the kind of business owner that she is. So when they give you that kind of document, you have to be uptight, you have to be up to the game. You cannot misbehave because there is already a document.
Okay.
So even if what you're doing as a business owner is, you feel it's small, you're a cake decorator, you provide food, you're a food vendor, right? You're a wedding gown vendor, whatever it is, so long as you're providing goods and services, you're providing products and services, you need to have these agreements. You need to have them to protect yourself. Even your staffs, you need to have agreements with your staffs so that they will know what they should do. They will know that, okay, this is what I should do as a staff, this is what I should not do. When a staff is not giving a standard or anything, the staff can misbehave, the staff can, the staff can just act anyhow. But when there are policies, when there are agreements, staff contact, appointment letters, and all of these, it will help you to regulate the relationship between you and your spouse. So these are the advantages as a small business owner. Yeah.
Now let's look at issue of company registration. In this part of the world, people don't seem to value the aspect of registering business. Of what use if I'm starting business, small business, I'm just using a sum of 1 million naira to start my business. Is there any need to even talk about registration of the business?
There's use.
Okay.
For one, it preserves the name of the business. So for instance,
so why do people don't find it so interesting to register their business?
They are not well educated. Okay. Anyone that does not register his business is not well educated about the importance. Because if you know the importance, last week there was a list, I know of an organization that just shortlisted business owners and is going to give them millions of naira. And one of the criteria is to be a registered business. Because it shows that you are serious. If you're not serious about your business, why should I be?
Okay.
Yes. So if you say you want to do business, then you should be registered. And the only way you can have a business account is by registering your business. You cannot have a business account if your business is not registered. So you have to register your business to have a business account. Even if you want to japa out of Nigeria, yes, you need a business. One way to show that you are not going there to be a liability is to show them that you own a business in Nigeria. Yes.
And you will need the business.
Yes, you need the business document.
Registration document to show you have registered your business. Okay.
So you can japa easily if you want to.
Okay.
With your document. Okay. Yes. I'm sure we all know what japa is.
Okay. All right, in case you're tuning in, you're onto the program, You and the Law. And of course, we're looking at the topic, how to legally protect your business as a business owner, and of course to make people pay you. And I have with me, here with me, a legal practitioner, a small business lawyer, and the person of Ruth, Ekrigwe. She's given us of course an awesome exposition. In case you can also join us live, we are live on Facebook. You can watch us live, and please leave your comment and question if you have any. Now, for those that also listen to us directly, you can also call us if you have questions on the number 0907 3582 673. 0907 3582 673. Now, you made mention of something that has to do with the mindset of people going into business.
Yeah.
Now, as a lawyer, what are the things the body is doing to encourage people to go into business? As a lawyer, what have you been doing to encourage people to go into business?
Okay, I share knowledge of the advantages of owning a business, the perks of owning a business. In fact, as Nigeria is now, we're talking about the price of diesel. Diesel has gone to 800. So you know that your regular salary cannot do what you're doing, cannot serve your needs again, unless you want to use a gun or you want to go into kidnapping or something. You have to look for an extra stream of income. You have to have a business that runs alongside the job that you do or the business that you currently do. One stream of income is not enough again.
Good morning. Where's the number you're calling from?
I'm calling you from Abuja, Sakura.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I listen to what you said. Fine. You know that when you want to register a business, you know that it is difficult for us that is not business. You like, and then it's difficult for sure. Then, you can easily go use that and take a request of freedom. You say that you
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. He just says that it's very difficult to restart a business in Nigeria. What is your take on that?
Okay, to register a business in Nigeria is not hard. Okay, so Hausa man used to say, he that asks question will not miss road.
Okay.
So if you don't know how to do something, at least you can get help on how to do it.
Yeah, okay.
So we understand that it can be difficult sometimes, but if you need to get help, make sure that the help you are getting is a professional help.
Okay.
Don't just get someone on the roadside that will tell you, because I'm even shocked that there are some people that tell somebody, I want to register your business, then they go and forge your documents for the person. I'm so shocked. Yes. So you will have to be sure that the person that you're giving the registration to do is qualified to do it. Preferably a lawyer that already knows the law and knows what should be done, so that you don't make mistakes at the end of the day. I know someone that told me that somebody helped him to register his business for free. When he asked me to get the documents, I checked. The document is talking about boutique. What he does is tailoring. And also he now has to spend money to change everything again.
Okay, so getting the right thing at the scratch matters so much.
Okay. The foundation is very important.
Okay.
We heard of that story building that collapsed in Ikoyi in Lagos last year. Why? The foundation. The foundation was faulty.
Okay.
That was why. So these are the things you have to look at as a business owner.
Hello? Yes, good morning. What's your name calling from? Oh, you've been the bike man. It's nice to have you on the program. Okay, he's appreciating you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. All right, okay. Maybe the back man. It's a very nice question. So somebody, I know there's what we call a promoter. But you see, when it comes to business registration, if we have to make use of lawyers, so he's now asking, how do you know who's the true lawyer? And I know it's a fake lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how you know a true lawyer is by, if you see a lawyer, you will know.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Because I know when you wear suit and look, you know, right? So how do you know?
Okay,
what are the primary questions you can ask me to know? Are you a lawyer? Say, how do I know?
Exactly. So if, for instance, I ask, it's for you to ask questions basically. Okay, I need a lawyer, and then the lawyer is referred to you.
Okay.
By the questions that the person asks, you will know if that person is a lawyer or not. If the person asks you, for instance, if the person asks you, for instance, what do you want to register, and all the person is telling you is just one thing.
We're talking about having a fair knowledge of whom you are going to meet. If I'm going to say a doctor, I don't know anything about medicals. That's the truth. I must have there are things I may not know. So don't you say I will listen to the person whether he tells me the truth or not. Yes. Okay. Now meeting a lawyer, they will call legal terms. They are medical terms.
Yeah.
So when a guy is using legal terms, barrister, you and I know that fake lawyers out there.
If you meet me now, and I tell you I'm a lawyer, for instance, I would show you what I've done. I might give you my card.
Okay.
And I give you my card. I will show you what I've done. I will put you through the questions.
But don't you think we should ask when we go to bar?
If you ask, I can tell you any year.
Maybe that would be better now.
And I also have, as a lawyer, you also have a. Okay. You also have a seal. As a lawyer, you also have a seal. Okay. So it's for you to also do your research. If the person tells you I'm a lawyer, you ask the questions. The person doesn't answer when the person stammers or the person is not consistent, you can suspect a foul play. Okay. And then you can also check social media.
I don't know if it's a fake lawyer. when you see a number of them, they're faking. Don't you know people that have fake profiles on social media? There are fake people that have fake profiles.
But you see their work now. A fake person cannot consistently put out value. For instance, if you go on my Facebook page, you will see I cannot fake something consistently for 2, 3, 4 years.
Okay. All right, listener. That is how far we can go on today's edition of the program. Okay, let's see if we can pick one or two. The last question, number 0907-358-2673. 0907-358-2673. All right, listener, thank you very much, Barrister Ruth Ekrigwe for coming to the program. Okay, looking forward to having you again. All right, that's how far we can go to the history program. You and the law. The program makes a return next Tuesday from 10 a.m. Sorry, to 11 to 10:30 a.m. So do join us for another captivating edition of the program. My name is Hope Joseph. Wishing you a very wonderful day. Remember, don't take laws into your own hands. Report every suspicious character to the police and be a good citizen. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.